Right, here we go then. Round 2 of Nations. Okay, here we are. Manufacturers last week, and now back to Nations. And for round 2 of the Nations this week then, we're at Lago Maggiore, and we're going to be driving the Red Bull X 2019 competition for 20 laps on the racing soft, medium and racing hard tyres. And with that, we've got 1 times fuel, 4 times tyre, BFA. And for this one today, we do need to use all 3 racing tyre compounds, which is a minimum of 2 stops. And with the Red Bull X 2019 competition, a bit of a feisty car this one. I reckon this race today is going to be fast, and at times it's going to be a case of hanging on. I wonder how many crashes we're going to have today. I'd say if we can keep the number of crashes, spins and offs to single digits, I'd say we've done quite well with that. We'll take that. Here on Lago Maggiore then, seems to be coming here quite often recently, Lago Maggiore. What we had here, Daily Race B in the Group 3s, Daily Race A in the TT Coupe. I think there was another one as well at some point, can't quite remember at the minute. Now we're here again, the Nations. And this was in fact the car and track for the Nations final that was on, well, it was streamed on YouTube couple of months ago. So yeah, a bit of a flavour today then in this one of an esports driver. I think it was Spain, Jose Serrano that won that race with Coque Lopez and Palora, I think were his teammates. Well, I think we'll be just a teeny bit off those guys today. Ooh, yeah. Wow. And as ever, if you do happen to enjoy my pretty average driving at best on GT7, to like and subscribe, really do appreciate it. And if you do enjoy the racing here today and all the spins and crashes that are likely going to come with it, drop a like on it and also hit the bell for notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos and you can see more of me spinning out and crashing everywhere on GT7. Right, got ourselves acclimatised of sort, getting into qualifying. Right, here's the qualifying. Get the tyres warmed up then on the out lap. Right, power out this final corner. See what happens. Back out this one. Okay then, P1, let's do it. Okay, here we go. There we are then, P1. Here we are then. And away we go then at Lago Maggiore. Nations round 2. Straight down into the first corner then. Oh, maybe braked a bit early there. We've sort of got ourselves sort of there in the middle there, haven't we? And out the first corner now. Oh, tank slapper there. Bit of a messy start there to this one. And I've just been punted there onto the grass as well. And this right-hander there. And a bit more contact going on there behind us there. All of a sudden, P1 down to P7. A bit more there down towards this right-hander here. And I've just been biffed there. Very messy starts for this one then here at Lago Maggiore. Just sort of tucking behind at the moment and the way this one's going at the minute and just sort of see what happens. Well, yeah. Well, here we go then. I'm going to try and go down the inside here, back into P9. Penalty there, and it's going to be into P6 then, down towards the right-hander we go then. Late on those brakes up the inside there. Now sort of try to work ourselves back up the field if we can then. Got 20 laps to sort this out then, so we're going to go, yeah, just keep our foot in there like that. 0.5 second time penalty there, but well, I guess so far then, another biff there for good measure. Anything can happen in this one, quite literally. Came around the final corner then, and somehow here surviving the opening lap of this one then at Lago Maggiore. Lap 2, not the most ideal start then, we somehow ended up in P8. Having started on pole position, but there you go. We are then just going to sort of try to get ourselves involved then in the mix then. Round the outside here for P7. There we go, that's one place back for now. Tries to pull away before our 0.5 second time penalty kicks in on the brakes again here. Short shift to fourth then. And there's more there just in front of us there. Just keep an eye out for that one then. The inside then we are now, but now we're going to go this way. So let's sort of try to keep around the outside like this then. Ready to take it to it here now. There we go, that's another place back. Right, penalty. Now, the penalty there. So now P5. We're going to hold P5 here on this right-hander. Yeah, we are indeed. Back into P5 then. We've got ourselves a bit of breathing space now for the first time in this one. I've not had a chance to reveal the strategy, have I? That much going on at the start of this one. Carney. Here we are then. Lap 3. Got ourselves into P5 now. And things look as though they've settled down a bit now. Just a bit. Well, yeah, pit stop strategy for this one then. As you can see, we are indeed on the racing soft tyre. Oh, let's try not to go MP4. So, at some point later down the line, pit stop for the racing hard tyre, go round, pit stop again for the racing medium tyre, go round, pit stop again, back onto the racing soft, run it in. Yeah, 3-stopper. And we'll give that a try and see what we can do. Bit of a relief now that we're here now in P5. 4.1 seconds there to the car behind us now. So just try and stay with the guys here then. No doubt that in the Red Bull X 2019 competition, the laps here at Lago Maggiore, what, lap 3 already. So the laps are going to be flying by. Getting ourselves in the mix now with these two ahead of us here now for P4. And for P3 there, just going to sort of stick behind them now through this section here. Don't want to be making any moves or anything like that. Yeah, we're closing in now to P4 now. A bit of a podium battle on our hands here. We do have some breathing space behind us now. 6.6 seconds. Sort of concentrate now, battling with these guys here. Onto lap 4 then, you can see the top two are getting away now with the guy in the lead. Starting in second place there with one of the guys going off there in front of us. That's going to put us into P4 now. Yeah, the leader there starting behind me in second place there. Got a bit lucky there off the start line, I thought. Having said that though, we are back into P4, having gone right the way down to P10. So I'll take that, given how this race has gone so far. Yeah, not so bad at all. This corner here, really trying to get the drive off there like that. Work it now onto the back of P3. And this section here, what you want to do, or try to do, is just sort of keep your foot down all the way through like this. Or a bit of a lift there just to make sure we get through, but we're okay. Down the straight then so far. Intense action on Lago Maggiore then. Around the hair, and then all around the inside. Bit of a tap there. It's just sort of really carrying the speed through there, but we got the job done. And we're now back into P3. Now we're here, I guess. Put our foot down and get on with it. 8 seconds to the guys in front then. No doubt they're all running on the racing soft tyre as well. So as I say, get on with it and see what we can do. Lap 4 then, our lap times are starting to come down as well now. Bit of breathing space from the racetrack now. So as I say, really work it now. Got a pit stop going on there. So somebody there going on to the, well, changing the tyres quite early on there. Lap 5, just take a look at our tyres. And yeah, they're not so bad so far then. 4 times tyre wear. So yeah, keep an eye on them, but it seems like the car behind is going to go with us anything out, so just sort of keep an eye out for them. Get ourselves a good bit of racing here. Try and sort of drop them a bit through this bit. Here you go, this apex here, and this one here, that's it, put down right the way through. Pretty cool in the Red Bull X 2019 competition. 7.7 then to the top two, then that gap coming down, we're just sort of pulling out little bits here and there on the guy behind. Near enough a second now. We've got some pit stops there as well in front of us there. Race leader pitting then. And they're going to no doubt go over to one of the other tyres as well here. Starts at lap 6 into P2 now. They're going to do what I'm doing or what I'm planning to do and get the racing hard and medium tyres out the way and then get themselves back onto the racing soft tyre. We'll have to see. What we do know for now though, we're in P2, so Really trying to get on with it now, as we say, on what's left of these racing soft tyres. Holding stations now then in P2, 1.3 to the car behind. Again, 8 seconds there to the race leader. They've not stopped yet for tyres, so when they do stop, we'll see what tyres they put on. We're going to stay out though and get ourselves around this final corner, short shift to fifth there. Ride it around the outside onto the apex like that. At 7:34.5 PB so far in this race, and get ourselves slowed down in time for the first corner. Double shift there to third just to help keep the back end in check there. Then a short shift there to fourth again just to help that back end stay in check. Relatively early here on the brakes here to get the apex there like that, and then sort of ease it on out the corner. Build that gap there to 1.5 now to the car behind. We're getting a bit here through this middle bit there. Sort of cost us a bit of time there. Over 2.5 seconds now. Let's just keep going. Right, on to lap number 8 now. This is kind of the window where I was going to go for my pit stop strategy. We've got a pit stop there on the racing hard tyre. Someone else there pitting on the racing soft tyre. So pit stops happening now. Got quite a few pitting now by the look of it as well. The racing hard tyre entering the equation now in this one. Just noticing their runner there going onto the racing medium tyre. So yeah, they're all sort of switching up the tyres now, aren't they? Building here then, 3.2 to the car behind. Just sort of here we are then, consolidating P2 as things stand at the moment then. Of course, we'll go down the order with the pit stops, but hopefully we'll get ourselves back up here as quick as we can. The tyres are wearing a bit now, aren't they? Just a little bit there, although we could have been in maybe the right gear for that corner. That might have helped. Race leader then pitting, then racing soft tyre. Right, let's follow suit, get ourselves in. Right, it's the racing hard tyre now. Oh. As I was saying there, racing hard tyre now. Right, get this tyre out the way, and then we'll get onto the racing medium tyres. Out in P3, not so bad. Racing hard tyre feels very different to the racing soft tyre. Trying to hold onto P3 then, whilst we're doing this lap on the racing hard tyre. Looks as though we're not going to be far off doing that. Work it through this final sector. Very cumbersome on the racing hard tyre compared to the racing soft. Just sort of guide the car through here. Noticing the guy behind there. They must be on the medium or soft tyre. It's getting quite close to us. Around this final corner. And just keep to the left. Right, it's racing mediums now. And not as much as the skid. Exiting the pits there, that's good. Right, racing mediums now for a lap. Chuck them back onto the soft tyre. The P6 now then on the racing medium tyre. Just having a look at where we are then. 2.6 to the car behind us there. Don't know what tyre they're on though. The racing soft tyre will definitely last going on from here when we put it back on. So we should be not far off then, getting ourselves back up the order and taking it on from there. Here we go. Right, tyres are out of the way, back on the soft tyre now. We are back at the pack there now, P13, but we do have the racing soft tyre again, so let's get on with it. Got a flag stay in front of us there. Has somebody gone off? Yeah, someone there. Oh, another car off there as well. It's going to take us to P11. Right, hammer down. 9 racing laps to go in this one now. Bit of a bump there, that's very late on the brakes there. That's going to sort of send them a bit wide there at the exit of the hairpin there. Just come across us there. I really sort of try to clear these guys here as quick as we can on the racing soft tyre to really make the most of it. Got to go through at some point. We're definitely quicker than this guy. That 12 then, 9 laps to go, something like that. Getting ourselves into the first corner, past here into P10 then. We're trying to get the move done now. There we are into P10. Right, we are just over 6 seconds behind the car in P9 now. Look at the gap there, 2 seconds already to the car behind. It is a gamble going on this tyre. We could end up not getting very far at all, but if we do, then it'll be pretty good. Got a pit stop in front of us there, medium tyre there, another one going in there. So they're on the racing mediums, so they're going to go back onto the soft tyre now. Whatever the case, back into P6 then at the start of lap 13 here. Okay. 8.3 to P5. Let's get on it. We're not sure what tyres they're on, but as the gap moves, as the gap fluctuates, we'll soon get a bit of an idea for it. It is coming down quite a way, so I would say probably they're not on the racing soft tyre at the minute then, although I could be wrong. Either way, foot to the floor, get ourselves through here. Yeah, so much better this car on the racing soft tyre. Just really more confident here, getting the car through these corners here. This final corner as well, the racing soft tyre, put your foot down, away you go. Onto lap 14, then 5.8 to the car in front of us, so definitely working now to get that gap down to P5. Oh, I've got my gears a bit mixed up there, coming out the turn 2 there, but we're okay. This corner here, short shift to 4 players, keep it back in check. Foot on the floor, go. Going to try to gain some time in this section here, just by having a bit of commitment there. Put all the way to the floor as you go through there. Bit of breathing space now to the car behind as well. So we can now just focus all our efforts now into catching the car ahead. And we've got just over 5 laps to do so. Really affirm our race pace here with the fastest lap of the race so far. We're getting a bit out of sorts there ahead of us there. Just sort of noticing that a bit there. Bit of a sideways motion there from the car ahead. It allows us there to take this section on here and close in now to less than a second. You get a good line through here. That's it. Get ourselves inside half a second now with P5 there. Just got to follow them through here like that. So we're here by now. It's the case of making that move, isn't it? As and when. Oh, but a bit slow there, going through there like that. Just going to allow us there to just pull back a little bit. Just going to sort of hold on here, going through this final corner pretty much. Safe from here, just a matter of when now. That'll be now as they go into the pit lane. There they go. Into P5 then, lap 16. So P5 then, lap number 16. I think from here, we're about just under half a minute behind the car in front. Nice little drive now to the finish line by the look of it, unless anything drastic happens ahead of us. I'd say, given how the race started and where we were at the end of the first lap, we're not done so bad, I don't think. I mean, we could have gone round the first corner or the first sector in the lead and then been punted or something like that. So yeah, say where we are then, P5, not so bad. Do think the top 4, they are all going to be running on the racing soft tyre. So yeah, we're just here now where we got 15.8 to the car behind. Start of lap 17. Get on the brakes here in this thing really late, and you will definitely make the corner. Closing there a little bit to the car in front. Where are we now? 27.6. So yeah, as I say, closing in, but I don't really think we're going to be able to catch unless, as I say, anything drastic happens. A pit stop there, so P2 was running on the racing medium tyre. Depends what tyre they're going to go on to. I would say the racing soft tyre would make sense for a sprint finish. But how close are they going to be as they exit the pit lane? Well, they're at the pit lane now, and they've gone onto the racing hard tyre then, by the look of it. I think it was the racing hard that popped up on there anyway. 3 laps to go then, and they are 12.9 ahead then, so we'll see on that one. They're on the racing hard tyre. Well, we'll see how quick this gap comes down to see if they are running on the racing hard tyre or not. Noticing that in this race, the tyres on this car really making a difference. Yeah, there's the leader then on the racing medium tyre. So I guess we got that one wrong. Yeah, they're all on the racing medium tyre by the look of it then. So yeah, we completely got the tyre prediction wrong, but there we go. Right, so those guys are now going to go onto the racing hard tyre for these final couple of laps, and given where they are, start at lap 19 then, they've got a gap there, haven't they? They've sort of got that gap now to sort of keep themselves there in that position then until the end of the race. As I say, I will very happily take P5 given the events of the first corner. Is there a chance here maybe for another place in the closing stages? Look at that gap there, just sort of hovering around 6 seconds, isn't it? Get our foot down through here, and as we can see, going down 5.5. I say tyres in this one making a massive difference. I've got a bit of wear on my tyres now, but we are definitely closing into the car in front there. Right, round this final corner, and get ourselves onto the start of the final lap here at Lago Maggiore. A minute and a half to go then, less than 4 seconds now. Are we going to sort of get onto the back of them right near the end? Definitely getting closer as we go around this final lap then, but I do think we're just going to maybe run out of time. So if we get through here, we'll take a bit more out of them here. So just over 3 seconds going through here. Now the gap is now at 2.9. Just going to possibly be a bit too late for a move here, or in the gravel there, that maybe sort of sealed it, but it is looking like P5, and I'd say, yeah, I think the strategy, it kind of works. I think it kind of works out well. We could have stayed on the mediums and sort of seen where it would have taken us to, but I think really would have been sort of round about the same as we are now, if not a bit lower. So here we are then, coming in P5. There we are then, round 2 of Nations, and have to say, really enjoyed that. Really good race that. Bit of a thing at the first corner, but I'd say given what happened there, P5, I'll take that. Really good race, really enjoyed it. On to the next one. Back to manufacturers next week.